best team in FCS and might win it again. With a 35-31 game with 6 minutes to go, you're right there with them. Is that something that you feel we're that close to being where we want to be this year with this team?
That's probably for other people to judge and for us to prove. At the end of the day, it's when you look at it from the player standpoint, from the film standpoint, you can look at it in those set of eyes. But we didn't go into that thing to win a consolation prize. It was we went after right from the start. As you saw, we took the football and did some very good things. Came out of the block the way I'd hoped we would. Even finished the first half the way I'd hoped we would. Probably countered every punch that was thrown, even at the, after they took the lead for the first time, then we drove the field and took the lead back. So those things, it was that kind of back and forth football game, which it always is, all the way through that 6 minute mark when they got up by that second possession, that's when we had to start doing some wheeling and dealing to try to create something to win that game. But at the end, there's some things that you'd walk away and say there's some players that played very well. Jaylin James, player of the game, played his best football game in Northern Iowa. He blocked his tail off, made some great catches, did a tremendous job all day long. He should remember that game. It was a loss, unfortunately, for us, but he played about as well as you could play that position for us. I thought Eli played very well. Cal played very well. He did a great job with the pass rush on things they do. We had great protection. So there's those tight ends. You watch Elias play. You watch Briley play. We played very good. Didn't play good enough to win, and that's we only take the field for one purpose. So somebody else can get the consolation prize. We need to find a way to get ready for South Dakota and move forward.
Talk about the passing game. That's really starting to be diverse. I think Eli went to 8 or 9 different receivers. You got guys. SUNY made a great catch adjusting his body. Nick Fosse's making big first down catches. You're really diversified. Talk about how the progression of the receiving game.
Well, as we go back into spring and camp, I felt that the offense was very close, and the offense had the experience and the personnel and the offensive line and the tight ends to be a very good offense, and you're starting to see that. And that was the first big test that they were up against was in that fashion, that they had rhythm and played very well. The receivers have really progressed probably the most since camp. I mean, they're the ones, if you look at what's, like you asked, what has changed or what's happened since camp, as you analyze it, and I'd say that the receiver progression and then adding SUNY to that group, I mean, they're playing multiple players, they're playing fast, they're blocking downfield, and they're making contested catches, and that's what they have to do to make your offense go. So I thought as a group, Fosse, James, Rima, Deion McShane. I mean, Eli's not picking and choosing a guy. He's playing the offense, and he played a very good football game. He threw the heck out of the football game, and the last drive right before half. I think there's 1:22 left before half, and we were kind of playing that out by ear to see if we were going to actually go for the touchdown, or kind of see how we broke out and how we started that drive. And offense did a tremendous job, and probably should have came away with a score, or 7, but we took 3 and win the half with the lead. So that's a heck of a drive, and 2-minute offense going down the stretch. So yeah, there's a lot of things that we can learn from, but there's also a lot of things that, errors that we made that there's a lot of improvement to be made.
If Coach Nielsen has teams have a signature, what is that signature?
Well, I view Coach Nielsen as an offensive coach, and they seem to always be productive on offense as far as what they do and how they can adjust during a game. I think he's got a new defensive coordinator this year, so I'm not as familiar with him. But I do know that Nielsen himself, over the years that I've played him, has ways to very intelligent and can really manipulate and make adjustments as game progresses. He can see a lot from the sideline. Let's put it that way. And he can. And those guys are difficult to play when you're playing, making adjustments, and they're making adjustments back. I mean, it's a full day.
You've been there before. What are the challenges going into